Despite plenty of setbacks, the last 5 years has been nothing short of incredible for the medium of gaming. As live service trends and multiplayer dominance continues to shape the industry, so many developers across the world have been doubling down on creating worlds that are worth exploring at your own pace and experiences that stay with you long after the credits roll. From grand open-world adventures and haunting psychological thrillers to emotionally layered narrative journeys and tightly crafted action, these games prove that single-player games are thriving. These are the games that immerse us, challenge us, surprise us, and remind us why we fell in love with gaming in the first place. So with this feature, we're running down 15 of the greatest single-player experiences from 2021 to 2025. Clair Obscur Expedition 2025. Clair Obscur Expedition transports players into a dreamlike world where reality is painted, reshaped, and wiped clean every year by a mysterious celestial artist. Its combat system blends turn-based mechanics with real-time inputs, which helps it stand out from the crowd. Every encounter feels like a stage performance of sorts, and its unique setting wraps everything in a surreal, painterly aesthetic. Expedition succeeds because it fully commits to its artistic identity. Story, visuals, and music all speak the same emotional language. Alan Wake 2, 2023. Alan Wake 2 continues the story of the troubled writer trapped between fiction and reality. Unlike the action-adventure original, Alan Wake 2 leans fully into horror, using clever lighting, sound design, and slow-burn narrative techniques to keep players constantly unsettled. The narrative also twists and turns as you change between the two protagonists, constantly swerving between the dark place and the reality with new characters and plotlines constantly swarming out. Always being overwhelming, but also cohesive. The combat feels more thoughtful, with heavier movements and scarce ammunition, and there's no shortage of memorable tracks throughout the game either. Horizon Forbidden West, 2022. Horizon Forbidden West expands Aloy's journey across new lands filled with new tribes, evolving machines, and vibrant ecosystems. The sequel refines nearly every system from the original while giving players more tools and freedom than ever before. Traversal feels smoother thanks to new tools like the glider, grapple, and underwater exploration, while combat gains more depth through expanded weapons and advanced enemy machines. The open world itself is visually breathtaking, with each region feeling distinct and alive in the truest sense. Forbidden West shines because it understands how to make exploration rewarding, and every corner has something worth discovering. Elden Ring, 2022. Elden Ring is well and truly the culmination of everything From Software has been working towards over the last decade or more. It combines the interconnected level design, flexibility in combat, memorable bosses, and an open-world framework, and it all fits beautifully. It's a game that rewards player curiosity. There are secrets spread throughout the gargantuan map, and there is no shortage of white-knuckle boss challenges either. Between this and some great art direction, Elden Ring is a game that is sure to captivate you for hundreds upon hundreds of hours. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, 2025. Kojima took what worked in the original genre-defining hit and turned the sequel into a broader and focused adventure. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach not only adds new vehicles and tools into the mix, but also leans into emergent systems with the introduction of environmental events that change routes, which gives way to creating stories that are quite personal. The game's biggest strengths lie in its ability to make mundane tasks feel meaningful and provide a sense of community. And it's safe to say that Death Stranding 2 feels a lot more true to Kojima's vision than what came before. Black Myth Wukong, 2024. Black Myth Wukong is a dark, action-packed adventure that embraces a grittier tone, placing players in a world that's filled with all sorts of demons, spirits, and ruthless bosses. As a Souls-inspired action RPG, though not really Souls-like, it emphasizes precision in combat, with every dodge, counter, and transformation feeling weighty and deliberate. Bosses are white-knuckle challenges that demand patience and observation, and they come in all shapes and sizes. The game shines visually as well, with richly crafted environments and creature designs that merge folklore with high fantasy spectacle. Baldur's Gate 3, 2023. Baldur's Gate 3 places you at the center of a fantasy experience that's filled with shifting alliances, strange magic, and morally complex choices. The game is all about player freedom, where dialogue choices and party relationships shape the story in ways that feel reactive. Combat is flexible and expressive, letting you improvise with the environment or relying on traditional deep class mechanics. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, 2023. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 doubles the fun by recruiting both Peter Parker and Miles Morales for a sweeping superhero adventure across a larger, more vibrant New York City. It builds on what came before with smoother web swinging, the addition of web wings, and seamless character switching that keeps the momentum going. Combat is more dynamic thanks to new abilities, symbiote powers, and improved enemy variety. At the center of all of it is some heartfelt storytelling, which balances personal struggles, friendship, and responsibility in ways that feel fresh. Star Wars Jedi Survivor 2023. Star Wars Jedi Survivor continues series protagonist Cal Kestis' struggle against the Empire, expanding the universe with new locations to explore, expanded exploration tools, and refined combat options. New stances like dual sabers, force abilities, and stylish movement make every encounter feel cinematic, and there's no shortage of such memorable moments throughout the adventure. The world design is richer, offering sprawling hub areas packed with secrets, platforming challenges, and character-driven stories that'll keep you occupied for hours on end. Resident Evil Village 2021. Resident Evil Village takes the series into a new shade of horror, following Ethan Winters into a secluded region plagued by monstrous rulers and sinister mysteries. It's an achievement in horror game design, shifting seamlessly between tension-filled exploration, intense action, and psychological dread. Each major area offers its own flavor of horror, from claustrophobic chases to bombastic set pieces, ensuring the game constantly feels fresh. Resource scarcity and tight level design also help in keeping players on edge, and its cast of villains leaves a lasting impression. Astro Bot 2024. Astro Bot delivers a joyful platforming adventure bursting with charm and creativity that's as much its own thing as it is a glorious throwback to the rich history of PlayStation. It constantly reinvents itself with new ideas, with each level introducing playful mechanics, interactive gimmicks, and tight platforming challenges without overstaying their welcome. The controls are crisp, animations expressive, and secrets rewarding for curious players. Blueprints 2025. Blueprints invites players into a mysterious, ever-shifting mansion where puzzles twist the layout itself. As an exploration adventure, it thrives on subtle storytelling and atmosphere with quiet tension lurking across every room, hiding plenty of cryptic clues in between. The manor rearranges in unexpected ways, creating a perpetual feeling of discovery as you unlock new pathways and reinterpret old spaces. What makes the game stand out is its trust in the player. It never over-explains, which rewards a player's sense of curiosity and adds a genuine sense of adventure throughout the entire experience. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom expands the open-air formula of Breath of the Wild with new layers, sky islands, underground paths, and a wealth of physics-driven abilities. As an action-adventure sandbox, it excels by giving players the tools to shape solutions in a creative manner. Ultra Hand and Fuse lets you build all sorts of intricate machines, craft weapons, or approach challenges in ways that were not possible before. Exploration remains the heart of the experience, with intricate environments designed to reward observation and experimentation. The game shines because it celebrates player imagination. No two journeys will look alike, and every discovery feels earned. Returnal 2021. Returnal follows Celine as she finds herself trapped in a time loop on an alien planet, blending fast-paced combat with psychological storytelling. Returnal's combat loop is all about tight controls, aggressive enemies, and evolving weapons make every run feel exhilarating. Biomes shift between attempts, adding an element of unpredictability and tension while pushing players to sharpen their skills. The narrative unfolds through fragmented memories and symbolic imagery, creating an atmosphere that's haunting without slowing down the gameplay. Donkey Kong Bonanza 2025. Donkey Kong Bonanza revitalizes the genre in new and interesting ways that make it one of the best entries in the entire series. It mixes classic side-scrolling fundamentals with modern level design that's filled with all sorts of breakable structures and physics-driven puzzles. Every stage feels layered with secrets, alternative paths, and engaging transformations that encourage experimentation, making sure that the moment-to-moment gameplay is pure joy.
And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Vault, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.